What's up, everybody? It's your girl T with Adventures of Spirits, and welcome to Tuesday Libations. Today we are focusing on tasting the Basil Hayden lineup. Just 4 out of 6. Either way, hope they're good.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining me tonight, everyone. So tonight we're focusing on Basil Hayden. So as you can see, these two bottles here, I've tasted before and I know these two are good, but I just wanted to share the notes with you all. These two are bottles that I just recently been able to find, and I am still searching for the other two. So today we are actually going to be tasting the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Basil Hayden, the Dark Rye Basil Hayden, which actually is my favorite, and this one here is the Toast Basil Hayden, and this one is the Basil Hayden Red Wine Cask finish. There are two other ones that I am looking for just to taste them. You know, for some reason Basil Hayden gets such a bad rep, I guess because of their price. I mean, but these bottles that I have here, you know, wasn't too high, but I guess most people who taste them feel that it's not worth their money. But as far as these two go, I know that these two were worth my money. And I'm just about to taste these two. As you can see, someone has tasted these so far within this household, or some of my company who have come by. But I'm just gonna taste it and see if it's worth the hype. And there are those two other ones. One is Subtle Smoked, which I am searching for. So if you find it, please let me know in the comments and let me know where. I am located in Georgia, in the surrounding Atlanta area, and sort of just, you know, a little outside of that. But if you are within the Atlanta metro area and some of the mileage outside of it, let me know if you actually find Subtle Smoked, and they also have a 10-year. So let me know if you find that. So right now we are going to taste the Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Try not to get myself drunk today. Okay, trying to be nice. So the color on this one is a golden amber. Here you have, of course, you get the usual bourbon. You get the vanilla, you get the caramel, you get the oak. The only difference is this one I do smell white pepper. A little orange, some form of a citrus fruit, more on the orange side maybe, or lemon. Yeah, I think it's lemon. And to me, I smell a little hazelnut. So let's taste it. Smooth going in. A little warm around my gums. But you know, the first taste, you know, always shatters your senses a little bit. So I'm gonna let this taste go by, and then I'm actually gonna taste it again to get the real taste. Okay, I'm tasting cinnamon, tasting some spice. And I taste the caramel, but it's more sweet. The caramel tastes more sweet than when I smelled it. Vanilla, of course, the oak. And I don't taste the orange that I smelled, like the citrus fruit. I don't taste that. But In terms of the feel, is actually very easy on the palate. You know, it's not heavy. Very light. There is a lingering finish. My gums are still warm, so it does affect that. But it's funny because I don't feel anything on top of my tongue, or the front or the back. But I do feel some warmth in my chest. But overall, in that's pretty good. I usually at least let the taste sit for at least about a minute and see if I get anything lingering, or see how long the finish is. Like right now, I still taste everything that I told you. Usually give it about, you know, 45 seconds, 60 seconds. The now is starting to go away. It's not lingering any further, so I would say it's a medium finish versus a long finish. Yeah, because even the taste is actually gone now. And the only thing I'm tasting maybe is a little oak. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let me finish this up. I'm not gonna pour this much next time. Now this one is the dark oak, Basil Hayden. And just so you know, these are 80 proof. You know, they're not too high. Not too high, and it's they're made by Jim Beam, just so you know, the James Beam Distillery. This one here, it says I'm supposed to taste notes of caramel, molasses, and oak and spice. And they have a finish. They have a finish of a dark berry. So this, as you can see, is one of my favorites. It's kind of low on the bottle. You can see here. But I love these, especially in the old fashioned for this dark rye one. As you can see, the color of this one is darker than the other one. The other one was more golden amber. This one is more brown. You know, looks more like a you know, a step up from a molasses color. So this one, okay, on the nose it says I'm supposed to smell caramel. I smell a hint of caramel, but I do smell a lot more of the molasses. You know, something you sort of, I smell, this is the aroma that I smell when I'm smelling rum most of the time. I do smell oak and I do smell spice. They said dark berry. I do smell a fruit. I really can't make out what fruit it would be, but I can see when they say dark berry, maybe like a cherry or you know, a cherry or a blackberry. So let's see what and this is actually heavy body. They have some, you know, long legs on this one. Okay, when I say smooth, this one here, it goes in, but it's very strange. You don't feel, it's no burn, there's no warmth, but you do taste the molasses when drinking the dark rye. I do taste more like a cherry, sort of like a sweetness, and I can't, like a spicy sweetness, if that makes sense. You know, sort of like, you know, when you do you do hot wings and it's, you know, sweet hot, spicy hot. Well, this is like a spicy sweet blend here. Very mellow, very easy to drink. I would definitely drink this, well, as you can see. Drink this just over some ice or just neat alone. It's not overpowering. This is actually less overpowering than this one. And the finish, I can tell you, because it's not the flavor. There's not a lot of extra flavor on your palate when drinking this one. And so most of the time I like to drink this, you know, in an old fashioned or something. I would definitely drink it neat, and I have. But to me, the flavors and the notes that I get from here, to me, taste much better to me in an old fashioned. So let's go with the Basil Hayden toast. Now, this is one that's new to me, but this one is James Beam. It doesn't really say much about it, but says that the notes that I should experience are toasted wood, vanilla, and light mouthfeel. So it's supposed to be a very light mouthfeel, and the finish is sweet caramel. So let's see. Alright. This one, as you can see, this one is about the same color as the regular Kentucky Straight Bourbon. This one I smell, right off the bat, I smell the caramel. But I also smell cinnamon, a little nutmeg, I guess sort of reminds me like a French toast. A little clove, vanilla, maple syrup, not Aunt Jemima, but you know, maple syrup, and some almond. Or instead of cinnamon, maybe it's brown sugar, more so. All right, well, let me have a taste. Okay. Again, similar to this one, very light upon experiencing on the first taste. The tongue difference is this tongue. My tongue is a little warm on this one, and this is on top of my palate. And I'm actually tasting the brown sugar, the nutmeg, the vanilla. Maple syrup. And it's funny because I'm tasting something, a little something earthy, and I can't make out what it is. Tastes like it should be, I don't know, like some type of leaf or something, some type of rosemary. Okay, that's what I'm tasting, is rosemary. Tasting rosemary. And it's actually a short finish, actually. Yeah, the flavor is going away rather quickly. So let me try one more taste. Okay, same experience, nothing different. The tastes are the same. The mouthfeel is pretty much the same. And like they said, very lightweight. It's not heavy at all. The finish is about the same. It's lingering away. Lingering away. For this one, I would definitely, I mean, you can drink it straight because it's something easy to drink. But it just doesn't have enough flavor for me. This doesn't have enough flavor for me at all upon just when you first put it in your mouth. After that, it's just gone. So usually if I'm drinking something neat, I prefer something that has a lot of flavor, that's gonna have a long finish so I can enjoy it, you know, and not just only taste it when I'm drinking it, you know. A soda lasts longer than that. So, not saying that it's bad. Just saying that, you know, right now still, you know, this is my favorite in terms of my old fashioned, but I would love to drink this neat, ongoing. Would I buy this again? Probably not, but this may last unless some of my company finishes up before I do. So let's go with this, the Red Wine Cask finish. So this one is Kentucky Straight Bourbon, partially finished in wine casks. And here it states that the notes I should taste are dried fruit, vanilla, and hints of toasted oak. So, excuse me, other than the fruit, it's probably going to taste a little bit like this one since the notes and everything here is a little of the same. And it says the finish is warm and delicate. So I don't know what the heck delicate means. This one said lightweight, this one said delicate. So chances are this may probably still give me the same outcome as this one. So let's see. All right, so let's see. Basil Hayden, finished in red wine cask. So let's see. It has a nice nose, but I guess it's because I also drink wine, so I'm liking the aromas of this one. Definitely smelling the dried fruit, dates, cranberries. I mean, I don't know exactly which ones are in here, but I can tell you all of them are coming to mind when I smell it. Definitely cherry. Definitely smell the cherry in here. Vanilla. Definitely smell the oak. Very similar to the aromas that's on the toasted. And I also smell the charred oak. Now this one is funny because this one is not as light as these two, not as dark as this one, but it's sort of like in the middle of these two. Well, in the middle of these two here. It's just a little darker than a golden amber, but a little lighter than a brown amber. So I could smell this all day. This smells so good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it smells. So let's try it, shall we? Okay. So it's funny that this is finished in wine cask because this seemed to have a little more power than all of them when it comes to warm. Now it said, I did, you know, I don't know, maybe rewind the video, but it did say warm and delicate. So I don't know how something is like warm and delicate. That's just like someone telling you those hot wings are hot and mild, you know. This has a lot more kick to it. Now, from what I understand, this is still just 80 proof. This 80 proof, but I don't know. This tastes more like it is almost like more of a 90. Not quite 100, but more like a 90. But they're all 80 proof. Taste this again. I taste the fruit. I taste the vanilla. I taste the almonds. I know what it is. You know that dessert, it looks like yogurt, but it looks like it has little red fruits in it. I didn't particularly care for it because I'm a texture person, and that stuff looked like it would just make me just, I don't know, curl. But it's this yogurt dessert, yogurt looking dessert. It's lumpy, it has fruit in it. Ambrosia. That's what I'm tasting with this, is ambrosia. That's what I'm tasting here. That's what I'm tasting here. Now, I can tell you the more you sip it, the more delicate it becomes, but I guess it's because your tongue is numb by that time. Very warm going down. My chest is a little warm right now. It's the warmest it's been. Like the first three really didn't do much to that. One of them did feel warm going down a little bit, hit you in the chest, but then it dissipated. This one it has some staying power. It has some sustainability there. The finish on this one is lasting. And I guess maybe it's because of the warmth or because of the flavors that are there. But I would say this one was probably the most flavorful. But that's only because, it's added with, with wine cask. It's, dried grapes and stuff inside the cask. So of course it's going to add a little more flavor to it. Definitely a little more fruity. Not fruity meaning sweet. Don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean that it's sweet. But it does have a lot of flavor, and I would definitely sip this neat. I don't think that I would need to put it over ice. I think that if it was diluted, I think that it would lose some of the flavor that it's giving me right now. So definitely would be neat. I don't think I would need to mix this with anything. Like to make a cocktail, you can. But because of the wine flavors that are in it, I think that it would probably mess it up a little bit. But hey, I don't tell people how to drink. I always tell people, that's like in my videos, don't let anyone tell you how to drink. If you want to drink it by itself, you want to mix it with some Coca-Cola, if you want to mix it with some water, put it over ice, if you want to put it with orange juice, if you want to, whatever it is you want to do, drink your drink the way you want to drink it, okay? But so far so good. I'm not too disappointed. I can understand, you get people who say, well, Basil Hayden is, not all of that, is definitely not worth the price that it gives and stuff, I guess, when compared to, so many other bourbons that are out there. But I think it's pretty nice. It's pretty simple. This is the only one I think that I would not buy again. But I would definitely get these two again. And I would definitely savor this one. This one was a little more expensive than the other two, maybe about like $10. It's not that much difference. But I'm waiting to taste that subtle smoke and also that 10-year, because I heard that 10-year is probably the best one. That even people who say that they really don't want to be bothered with Basil Hayden because of the price, they said that if you're going to do anything, then just get the 10-year. So I'm really anxious to try the 10-year. And the subtle smoke is probably good, because even if it's not as good by itself, maybe it's good mixed in a cocktail, right? So who knows? But anyway, I think that one of these is worthy to make a cocktail. So of course, I'm gonna use this dark rye, and we're gonna make an old fashioned. And I'm going to smoke my old fashioned because I prefer my Manhattans and my old fashioned smoked. If I go somewhere and they offer it where I can get it smoked, it's going to be smoked. But hey, here at home, I'm gonna smoke my own. So let's go ahead and make this old fashioned. All right, so to make an old fashioned, and for those who already know how, let's explain the ingredients. So first, you're gonna need some sugar. Usually it's a sugar cube. I have yet to find sugar cubes. I need to find sugar cubes. Please let me know if you can find, and please don't tell me Amazon, because I'm gonna be highly upset because I did look for them. I looked for them in the supermarket. I can't find sugar cubes, but I'm looking for sugar cubes because until then, I just use sugar that's already granulated. You're also going to need your Angostura aromatic bitters, and then you're gonna need your bourbon, and then you're just gonna need some ice. That's all you need. That's all you need for your old fashioned. Now, I prefer cherries instead of an orange peel, just so you know. And I know some people, for some reason, I prefer orange peel in my Manhattan. Don't ask me why, but when it comes to the old fashioned, because it's more on the sweet side, I just prefer the cherries. Okay, so we're gonna have your bitters, your cherries, your sugar, and your bourbon. So let's get into it, shall we? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have at least a sugar cube, but to me, because this is a teaspoon, I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons because I just prefer my old-fashioned, just a little sweet, just a little bit. And then we're going to use your aromatic bitters. Okay, don't confuse it with the orange bitters, they're not the same. Similar, but they're not the same. Now I'm gonna do about 4 to 6 dashes. Okay, 1, 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to muddle them till it becomes like a little, almost like a little sauce. So you get your little muddler. And you're going to muddle your bitters where it creates almost like a little sweet aromatic paste at the bottom. Okay? And you can smell it, it's so good. Do that till it's all mixed up. Alright. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pour 2 ounces of your Kentucky Straight Bourbon, but this one I'm going to use the dark rye. Old Fashions always taste better with rye. Okay. And what I'm going to do, and usually at bars they usually mix it in the glass that you're going to drink it in along with the ice, but I actually prefer to actually mix up the ingredients together with the bourbon before I pour it over my glass with the ice. Okay? Alright, you make sure you pour it till it's nicely mixed. Alright? And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your cup, your glass, usually a rock glass. I like to use a sphere. You can use a square, a rectangle, whatever size ice cube you like. And I get my hawthorn and I pour it over my ice. And actually, now if you're going to make an old-fashioned, or even if it's a Manhattan, any type of drink that you make that is predominantly alcohol, you don't have any citrus, you don't shake it and pour it. The only cocktails that need to be shaken is anything that has citrus added to it. If it doesn't have citrus added to it, you really don't shake it. Now, I've seen some people put it in a shaker and just sort of like twist it like this, left to right, just to mix it up. But actually, I prefer for it to be stirred. And here, when you do an old-fashioned and or a Manhattan, I like to stir it for at least 40 to 45 seconds because that allows it to chill. And that way, when the person drinks it, they're drinking it at just the right temperature. So if you go to a place that's actually specializes in that, they will actually, they time it from the time that they make it to the time that they give it to you. So I actually appreciate that, and they do taste a lot different than someone who just rushed it and gave it to you, and some of it is still warm. So I usually keep my hands on the glass to feel it where it feels a little frosty. Okay, that means it's good. And so now I'm going to put my cherries in. And I like to put my cherries in it because I like some of the juice in there. And I like 3 cherries, by the way. Yes, I could have been fancy and put it on my little toothpick, but I didn't feel like it today. All right, and now we're going to smoke it. So, have any of you ever had it where it was smoked So I have a smoker, and my smoker is actually, I like it. I actually went to a speakeasy one time in Aruba, and I actually love the box that they had. Usually sometimes they just have things that just goes on top of the glass, or just go over the glass, and they're like, but sometimes you can just smoke the glass itself before you pour your alcohol in there. But I actually love how this smoker presents itself. So I'm going to put my cocktail inside the box, close it up, and here, as you can see on here, I put wood chips in here. The wood chips are actually flavored, and it's going to give off an aroma, so like just when you smoke your turkey. And I'm going to take my torch, and I'm going to burn and you know what, let me put it over here just so you all can see. So I'm going to torch it until the wood is actually on fire, and then I'm going to turn it on to where it blows into the box. So I'm going to let that blow in here for about 60 seconds. And what I like to do is let the actual drink sit in for about a minute or two. It all depends on how much smoke you want. We don't want the fire alarm going off. But anyway, it smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. All right, I can now turn off the actual smoker and let it sit for a minute. But in the meantime, just wanted to let everyone know, if you actually like this video and want to see more content like this, I will be premiering every Tuesday. I'm trying to determine whether I want to go live or not, or just leave these as uploaded premiere videos. However, if you like it, please hit that like button and also subscribe. That way you'll receive notifications on Tuesdays when my content is uploaded. I also upload other contents. Most of the time they're always related to some type of spirit or some type of cocktails that's being experienced. So please note that my channel is dedicated to spirits, even though I may share other events surrounded by enjoying those spirits at the same time. So let's see. Look at here. Ooh, I love the smoke. I love the smoke. I love the smoke. And there you go. There goes my smoked old fashioned. And it's gonna taste so good. I don't care what anybody says. Look, it is all gone. It's all gone. Look at it. Look at it. It's time to get another one of these bottles. I wish I could trade in that damn toasted one to exchange it for this dark rye. If anybody likes the toasted, but they don't like the dark rye, hit me up in the comments. I'll come exchange it for you. But I'm gonna have to get me another dark rye because this is delicious. But thank you for joining me this evening. I'll see you next Tuesday with Tuesday Libations with Tea at 7:30. Y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna finish this cocktail.